welcome to another Hellhounds healing healthy, wholehearted humans while herding hordes of horses and handmaids. Uncle Gary stole a homeless man's hot dog yesterday. Episode of The Days Grim. I read that wrong. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
I read that so wrong. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Why did I plug hot dog in there?
I don't know.
Uncle Gary stole a homeless man's dog yesterday. That's how that should have read. It's that time of the season.
Yeah, Toxic Brian season, football season.
I've been drinking today, so we're going to do our best. But Tom, would you please just do me a favor and intro today's guest? Who is joining us in the Days Grim studio?
Joining us today in the Days Grim studio is Megan Duncan of Yankee Tales Grooming. Welcome, Megan. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Excellent. Glad to see you, dude. I haven't seen you in like 7 days. It's been
it's been like exactly a week.
Been a real bummer. But yeah, man, how are you? You're doing okay?
Yeah.
Enjoying the weekend?
Anything exciting happening this weekend?
We went to a little comedy show last night.
A little comedy show?
Yeah, we went and
comedy
saw
show?
Wendy and Antonio.
Oh, shout out to Wendy Gray and Antonio. How did everybody do? How was the show?
It was good.
Was it okay? Was it pretty decent?
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Where was it at again?
Lakeview Manor, Megan's favorite place in the Boonville, Chandler area.
I feel like you said that sarcastically.
No, it really is.
No, we really like to go there and get like
Boonville
hot ham.
Manor?
No.
What was it called?
Lakeview Manor.
Oh, Lakeview Manor.
Yeah.
Or Lakeview Inn.
Yep. Lakeview Inn.
Okay.
It's in Chandler.
Okay, you like it out there?
Yeah, they got really good hot ham and cheeses.
Dude, I'll slap a hot ham and cheese.
Yep.
Dude.
Dude, they were celebrities last night. All the old dudes were yapping them up, man. They bought them drinks. They were like recommending that they do karaoke.
Dang, dude. Okay. Okay. I'm here for that. Is that one of your first comedy shows you've been to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It was pretty nice. It was just interesting to hear.
Different, right? Yeah. I find that like when people don't go to comedy shows often and then they go to a comedy show, they're like, not what I anticipated.
They're different around here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, Megan, you want to give our listeners like a brief elevator pitch of like who you are, where you're from, what you do?
So I live in Chandler. I groom dogs. I have my own business in Newburgh.
Yeah. How long have you been grooming dogs?
Like about 7 years.
Not bad. Good track record. Okay.
I know like human hair cutters, they get like hair splinters. Do you ever get that with dogs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Between my fingers.
You mean clippers?
No, you get hair splinters. You get,
Okay.
like, dog
you
hair
said
stuck in.
human hair. What?
I don't cutters, whatever. Like, because there's female and males, so you can't just say like beauticians and barbers.
I did not know this. I'm learning so much today. I don't know what that was.
You just got an email.
Yeah.
It's the FBI coming to cancel us. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, probably from Chris Barron's episode that has not aired yet, November 1st.
Yes, sir.
Or the first week of November. Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks. And by brass tacks, I mean Boonville, Chandler area. What is your favorite thing about the Boonville, Chandler area?
I like that it's a small town.
Yeah.
That it's just really comfortable and not like a whole lot of traffic. You got enough traffic, but, not too much.
Where do you reside? Chandler or Boonville?
Chandler.
Chandler, yeah. Nice, dude. Boonville kind of sucks.
And Yankee Tales is like in Yankee Town right outside of Newburgh.
Yeah. Well, it's technically Newburgh, but everybody calls it Yankee Town.
See, now I don't understand that. Is that like Dogtown for Evansville? Is it just like a segment of town?
Exactly.
Okay. Yankee
It's
Town.
like right by Alcoa is Yankee Town.
But it's not like an actual town.
Sure. I don't know the technical logistics on it.
Okay, nice. Also, I think you're playing that. Yeah, I thought I was tripping. Okay, so sick, dude. So have you, speaking of Thomas miscuing the Death of the Week music, have you seen any of the shows prior to the very moment that you're in right now?
No, I have not.
You haven't? That's very unfortunate. But honestly, I prefer it that way. Because this is going to get pretty wild. Every week, we like to do this little treat. Make sure I get some good volume on this.
You ready?
Yeah, called The Death of the Week. And we're going to talk about some way that somebody died.
The death of the week.
It's going to be a good time. This week's Death of the Week brought to you by Wikipedia.com, none other than the most reliable source on the interweb. Here we go. Russell G. Lloyd Sr. We're going to have to arm wrestle later on whether or not I bleep that name because I'm not sure because he's kind of famous but not famous.
He's dead.
Also dead, doesn't matter. Russell G. Lloyd Sr., born March 29th, 1932, dead on March 21st, 1980. Here we go. An American politician who served as mayor of Evansville, Indiana from 1972 until his assassination in 1980. Lloyd was an alternate delegate from Indiana to the 1972 Republican National Convention. He was the only Republican to be twice elected mayor of Evansville until the 2015 re-election of Lloyd Winnicky. Fun fact there. In the 1960s, Lloyd was an attorney for the Legal Aid Society of Vanderburgh County. Okay, now we're going to go on to how he was murdered. Evansville citizen Julia Van Orden. Also, I have kind of a raspy voice today. I'm doing my best. Julia Van Orden had a history as a, quote, constant complainer, end quote, according to city police, and had claimed harassment from officials inspecting her home. On March 18th, 1980, Van Orden had thrown a brick at a city inspector's vehicle windshield when he came to inspect an addition to her house. The following morning, Van Orden, believing Lloyd was still the mayor, arrived at his home. She shot Lloyd 4 times with a handgun in the head, neck, and shoulders. In a fit of anger after brief argument, Van Orden fled, and Lloyd was taken to the hospital where brain scans indicated actual brain death. Doctors announced, quote, there is no hope, end quote, shortly before turning off Lloyd's medical ventilator.
What's crazy about this is we named the Lloyd Expressway after this guy.
And clearly when she fled, she was probably driving on the Lloyd Expressway. Don't
At
you
least
kind
what part of it? Yeah.
Don't you?
What's even crazier is look at these references where it says former mayor. She attacked a hospital worker. She also died in prison here recently.
Oh, she's dead.
Yeah.
Kind of a good thing at this point. You would think.
Crazy.
I really don't feel like you should murder somebody and just get away with it. Like, no matter how mad you are, no matter what they did, murder's not always the answer.
Right.
Maybe you should just hang out for a minute, take a breather, maybe have a wine cooler. You know what I mean? Maybe just talk to your mom and be like, hey, listen to what Dave did the other day.
Yeah, maybe just yell at whoever the Dolphins are playing this week.
Listen to what Michael did the other day. He's being a real jerk. You know what I mean? And mom's like, of course, maybe don't murder him. What are your thoughts on this, Megan? What's going on here? What in your head? Mentally,
I think you guys are killing it.
That's a snort for the record, folks.
How many of those have you done on what?
4. And I'm holding up 3 fingers, so been drinking today. What do you think, though? I don't understand. They don't really explain what he did to,
I think she was just crazy.
Right? Isn't that kind of the...
Probably too much lead in the water.
Yeah.
It was like the 1980s. All right.
Shout out to the Evansville water source. Megan, what do you think about this? What do you think about the...
She's like, I have no comment.
I mean, you can comment on a mayor of Evansville that died in the 80s. It's really not that big of a deal. It's all over with by now. You know what I mean? So...
It is crazy, though. You'd never think of that driving on the Lloyd Expressway.
No.
Yeah. And he got murdered. And also, kind of, fun fact...
By his mistress.
Yeah. fun fact, we looked this up when we found out about this. And we looked this up. He was actually like a really shitty mayor. He was like not a good mayor for the city, like at all. And apparently we were just like, yeah, let's name a highway after him. So
Pretty interesting. So Megan, are you from the Chandler area? Did you grow up in Chandler?
Yeah, off and on.
Off and on.
What is there to do in Chandler? Like as a child, as a chitlin, you know what I mean? As a youngster,
Yeah.
what do you do in Chandler for fun?
There's really not too much to do. You just kind of hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever do like any they got any like bowling alleys or anything out there?
Not
Or
in Chandler.
Nothing.
No.
What do they do for fun? They have to do something. There has to be something.
Well, I grew up in a few different places, so like I was there until I was like, I don't know, maybe 11. Then I moved to Lagodi.
Okay, now we're digging. What's in Lagodi? I know nothing about that town. It doesn't sound great.
It's got about the same stuff as Chandler, maybe.
Okay.
Well, actually, they had a bowling alley.
They
I'm not
did
sure.
See?
And a pool.
Even
Yeah.
small towns have bowling alleys. Let me
Right.
get one of those. So you said a few small towns. That's Chandler and Lagodi. What other small towns did you live in through your like high school age era?
I lived in Shoals, and then I moved back to Chandler.
So what high school did you go to, or did you go to a few?
I started out at Lagodi, and then I moved to Boonville my sophomore year.
And then you graduated from Boonville?
Yeah.
So in high school, did you play like any sports or anything like that?
I'm not really in high school. I more did like soccer and gymnastics and stuff
Oh, yeah.
when I was younger.
They don't have a soccer team in Boonville?
No, and they didn't have one in Lagodi either.
That's crazy.
If you wanted to play soccer, you had to go to Washington, but I just,
What?
yeah.
For like the school. They
No.
didn't have a school female.
No, they didn't have football either.
Jesus Christ, I'm crying because of that, actually. That's why I'm crying. It's very upsetting. So you said you did soccer and what else for
Gymnastics.
gymnastics, and that was it? Soccer and gymnastics?
Yeah, and I cheered a little bit at like Bar Eve and Lagodi when I went there.
Okay. Which one of the three did you like the most?
They all had their own experiences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So not kind of like one or the other.
No.
So then after high school, what'd you get into? What was your like career choice? What were you doing?
I didn't really have a plan. That was the thing. I was just kind of working at Starbucks, just living my life.
Slinging that coffee,
Yep.
that cocoa. No, that's coffee. No, chocolate, cocoa beans, right? Or is it coffee?
Oh, we're going to have to go to the judges on this one. I think cocoa beans is correct for coffee. Can we get a Google search on that? No, that's interesting, though. That's crazy that they didn't offer it yet. Can you please Google what beans make coffee so I don't feel so stupid? That's interesting, though. So, like, you didn't have a favorite of the two, gymnastics or soccer?
No.
Really?
But
So,
I also
because they're
swam, too.
vastly different, is why I asked.
Yeah.
Because gymnastics is like hey, you get 8 seconds, go do this thing,
Right.
and you're done.
Right.
And then soccer is like, hey, man, we're going to put you on the turf for about 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You're going to hate every second of it.
Right.
Sometimes somebody's going to get their shins taken out, and there's going to be a yellow card.
Yeah.
And then you get to breathe for a second, but that's it. Did you figure out what beans it is?
And I also swam a little bit.
Oh, we got a swimmer. There
That's
we
one
go.
thing that's crazy. Boonville has a pool.
Yeah, and I'd actually,
Yeah.
when I moved to
Nice.
Boonville, I actually did the elective to swim because I was just so amused that they had a pool.
You were like, let
I
me
was
get
like,
in
holy
it.
shit.
Don't-
Let me
so
get in it.
My
Let me
pool,
get in there.
my school in Indy had a pool, and we had like part of gym for like 2 weeks of the year was in like pool.
Yeah.
And like they had like a diving board where the divers would practice, and they like the first 20 minutes of gym class was literally just treading water in like a
Right.
deep ass pool. Did you guys have to do that too?
Well, I didn't have to do PE there because I'd already done PE at Lagodi.
Nice.
But yeah, we did. I did the swimming where we did it all year long, and
That's
Nice, dude.
wild.
it was pretty
Mount
nice.
Vernon, where I went to school in
Yeah.
Mount Vernon, Indiana, wildly the same. We had our own pool because we had money, unlike these poor Evansville people. I can't imagine what it would be like to grow up here. But yeah, Mount Vernon did have their own pool. It was pretty great. And yeah, dude, like we could do it for like the elective for like PE class or whatever.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice, dude. And you would, I just really enjoyed it. And I think they make better swimmers that way too. They just like procreate a better class of swimmers. Did you guys have a strong swim team out in Boomdale?
I'm not too sure. I didn't really pay too much attention.
Oh, so you weren't like a big sports nerd?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
So after high school, you're slinging coffee. What's next for you? What do you do?
My mom actually been in healthcare for a long time, and
what did she do? Out of curiosity.
Healthcare. She just said that.
Well, she was a CNA for like 20 years.
Okay, nice, dude. Nice.
Then she did like in-home healthcare, like at the end, like
hospice or whatever.
Okay,
kind of like that.
Nice, dude.
And one of the ladies that she worked for, she just couldn't do it anymore after she had passed,
Yeah.
And she ended up teaching her how to groom dogs. And then I was working at Starbucks, and then my mom was like, "Hey, you need to come work here." And so I did that part-time. And then I ended up just...
Sweet gig. So you hooked up on the dog grooming with mom,
yeah.
basically, essentially, right away.
And have you always been like a animal lover?
Oh, yeah. We've always had several cats or several dogs at one time.
All right, now we're going to take a pause right here. This is where I dive into the episode, dude. What is your favorite animal of all time? And then also, why? Like, of the entire globe. You know what I mean? Like, do you have a favorite animal that you've seen on, like, National Geographic? And I can start if you want first.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Wombats, for me. And we've got a couple of them floating.
There's one over there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one. Look at this guy. I can't reach it. Look at that guy. Yeah, cute little guy. Yeah.
They poop cubes.
They're one of the most wild specimens on Earth. They're very, very cute and cuddly, but they get much larger. This is like a gerbil. They get much larger than that. They would like take up most of this desk. They're like 70-pound animals. Yeah, look at this poop cube. Will you make it big, please? No. Yeah.
Have you ever met one before?
No, they.
Then how are they your favorite?
Well, I'm gonna get there. All right. So, anyways, basically, they poop cubes, and they're so cute and adorable. Look up some more pictures while I'm talking about this, Tom. Just kind of scroll through a couple so she can watch as she's listening. But basically, just look up wombats. Yeah, they're fucking adorable. But they have this thick skin on their butt, right, on their hindquarters, and they're burrowing animals, and they're marsupials. So they like carry their young. Look at the mommy and the little baby. Oh, so cute. But yeah, they're marsupials, so they carry their babies in their belly, and then they also burrow too. So when they're attacked by like a dingo, is that what they have called in like a wild dog in
Australia?
Australia. Yeah. So when they're attacked by a dingo, they will actually lure the dingo back to their home burrow, and then they like hide in their burrow with their butt sticking out. Yeah, it's wild. And then when they do that, and it makes the dingo like keep biting at them, but they have that thick skin on their butt that I was talking about, and it doesn't hurt them. Wow. So then when the coyote or the dingo reaches into the burrow to like reach further past the butt, the wombat will raise its butt and choke out the coyote and like kill it at the entrance of the burrow. Yeah, it's and it's doing that to like save its babies. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But they're short of that, they're like 70-pound creatures, and they're just super adorable, very cute.
70 pounds?
Yeah, they're heavy.
Wow.
They don't look like the pictures don't do it. Look at this man. Click on the man.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's real. That might be photoshopped. That's a pretty big head for a wombat. There, click on this lady. Yeah, that's a real wombat. Yeah, they're big. 70 pounds is average. When they're pregnant, they can get up to like 160 pounds or something. Yeah, they're wild.
Wow.
But they're so adorable, and they're so like cool with humans. Yeah. So do you have like a favorite animal like that you've kind of like watched like throughout, like when you were young or whatever? Or has it always just been like cats and dogs for you?
Yeah, it's probably always just been like cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mine would be monkeys.
I don't understand
I've always
why.
liked elephants, but
there we go.
They're pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
Elephants
You
are
know
tight.
any like crazy stories about elephants?
No, I don't.
So like elephants in Africa when they're babies, they take them and they take like almost like a barbed wired chain and they wrap it around its leg and they tie it to a tree. So that way it knows it. Well, like it limits how far it can go, and then eventually you replace that barbed wire chain with like a regular chain and a smaller tree, and then you replace that chain with just a rope and like a post. And like since elephants never forget, you can basically tie your elephant up and it won't.
And they
go
never
away.
forget.
Huh.
They never forget. It's like
9/11.
hashtag. Yeah, dude. Elephants are sick. I love elephants so much because they're a lot of people underestimate how fast they are.
Oh yeah,
They're so fast.
so back on the topic here.
Yeah, sorry, we're getting away. We're straying away from the.
So what's it like when you start dog grooming? Like, I mean, I assume so. Like, what's apprentice level dog grooming? Like, what's beginner for you? Like, what's it start off doing? Excuse me.
You just start off mostly with bathing and brushing and blow drying a dog and just perfecting that. And then working your way to like foot pads, nails,
foot pads.
Like potty area, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I was about to say like the rough stuff on their pads.
No, just the hair between the pads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you can like go to the full groom.
Okay, nice, dude. And how long did you do that?
Well, like how long do you get down on like washing and stuff before you actually like groom your first dog?
It takes longer than you think. You know what I mean? Like you think it's just like throwing your dog in the bathtub.
Yeah, wash them.
Yeah, right.
Well,
But-
like-
Wash them.
That's
Right.
one thing that's crazy too. Since I've known Megan, like we have doodles and like they get mats like crazy. They get mats like crazy, but like you can wash.
They
You
got a
can
lot of
wash the
hair.
dog, but then it like loosens the mat away
Yeah.
from the skin, and then
Yeah.
like some mats you can just blow out with like a special high dryer.
Yeah, sometimes you can. Just depends how close they are and how tight they are. A
What
lot
do you mean
of
tight they are? What
the
do you mean?
mat, like,
Oh, okay.
but like, I don't know. It just really depends.
Well, like, does that come with time? Like learning how to like blow out a mat properly, or
Oh,
like
yeah.
what mats can be blown?
Yeah.
It's like,
Just within the past few years, I've really discovered that you can like really do that. Like, it just like you got to use the conditioner and you got to like really blow the hair like straight. And while you're doing that, you need to brush it and stuff so you can loosen out all that dead hair.
So what is the mat? Now, if I'm not mistaken, the mat is like a defensive thing, right? It's like to like keep stuff off their skin. Isn't it just like a tough thing of hair that like forms? I don't know what a
It's
mat
just
is.
hair that hasn't been able to shed out.
Ah,
pretty much.
But it's like real tough though, right?
Well, it's just a knot. Like, you know,
Oh,
if you get a
okay.
knot in your hair,
Yeah.
like,
Or
and
Well,
your
I don't know
beard.
what that's like.
in your
but
beard.
Yeah,
in your beard.
I guess.
I
You
don't
never
know.
get mats in your beard
Dude,
where
this-
like hair kind of twists together.
This thing is pristine. Okay.
That's how it always starts. And then it just, the more time that goes with the knot, it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger.
I have the scientists at U of E and USI taking care of this thing. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a well-oiled machine. Okay.
So like, do you like your first dogs you groom probably aren't like doodles, right? They're more like straight-haired dogs.
It's been
Like
a
if
while.
you had to like classify the dogs that are like easiest to groom versus like what would require more skill,
Good question.
what would be
Yep.
like
Yep.
what would be the easiest types of dogs to groom?
Don't say Chihuahua.
I mean, it really just depends. Each dog has their own difficulties. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the Yorkie, the hair, if you don't cut it right or you don't blend it right, it'll look really choppy because those scissors will just cut straight into it. A doodle, you might have more lenient because the hair's so cottony and fluffy.
Yeah,
you know
it
what I
comes
mean?
out, goes back in.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever seen somebody blow out a husky?
No, it sounds terrible.
Thomas has.
Yeah, dude, this shit's wild. Let me see if there's one on YouTube.
So what do you
Saw it in your backyard.
wait? Who had a husky in your backyard, dude?
Lexi's dad.
Oh, nice, dude. Fucking nice. What do you think? Huskies are pretty rowdy, right?
Yeah, my brother. We've had a husky. We had a couple.
They're a unique kind of dog in that they're like not far from the actual wild.
Yeah,
Wolf.
my personal experience, they've just been like big escape artists.
Yeah. And
But-
Look at this.
oh, will you make it big? There we go. Move your stupid mouse, Tom. God.
And it looks like it's just like...
And he's just like itching. He's like, yeah, that's it. That's it. God, that's wild.
A lot of them like to howl and stuff whenever they're getting...
So, like, also, how big, like, how much of a pain in the butt would it be to groom a dog without one of these, like,
That's what I was going to ask about, yeah. Yeah, like...
It just depends on the dog. You know what I mean? Like, some will just sit there for you and let you blow dry on the floor, and that sometimes is nice.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do need that just to kind of keep them in place.
Nice.
What do you think, as far as, like... And this lady has, like, an industrial, like, Husqvarna blower. I don't know what she's got going on here. She's got, like, a John Deere 2-stroke blower, clearly.
These blowers are crazy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are you working with some sort of, like, diesel-powered, like, MIT engineered blower like this lady is?
I mean, we got some, like, you know...
It's pretty high-powered.
We have a really high-powered one, but then we also have some smaller ones that we like to use just for, like, the smaller dogs. And
You hit a chihuahua with that.
It'd be gone.
Yeah, it's a blood stain on the wall. It's like, you're going to have to talk to somebody after and be like, my bad.
Do different dogs take, like, different specialized types of conditioner and shampoo?
No.
What?
Not really. And, I mean, we just use the same stuff.
Okay, I was about to say. I thought
Well, I didn't know. So, like, African-American people use, like, a detangler in their hair.
Whoa, dude.
You know what,
Whoa, dude. You're reaching. Tom, shut it down.
I didn't know if there was something for
Shut
more,
it
like,
down.
curly hair.
Yorkies get oilier.
Shut it down.
So-
Shut it down. I got to keep him on a tight leash. You know what I mean? He gets wild. He's like, the people back in the... like, nah, all right, we're good here. No, but that is interesting, man. I think that... Okay, so how long... Okay, so you get into grooming. You and how long does it take you before you're like quote apprenticing with your mom before you like take on a full groom? How long does it take before you're just like helping and now you're on to like, okay, now I have a Labradoodle and I have to do this whole dog by myself?
It took me a little bit longer, I think, because I was young. I was like 18 whenever, maybe 19 when I started. So, and plus it was my mom. So I did let her do my faces more often than not, and my nails, because nails are scary at first.
They are.
Yeah.
'Cause you never, especially with dark nails, you never know how far you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's
dicey.
like, after a while you learn, but, every nail is different.
So like a year or two, and then
Yeah.
you're on to your doing your own dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then how long do you operate under your mom before you're like, all right, I'm ready to eat the cake. You know what I mean? I'm ready to like rein this puppy in.
I mean, everybody's different. Some people will do it for like a year or two, and then they can go on their own or whatever. But I worked there for a few years, and then she ended up closing her business down to move close
Mom
to
did?
home. Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
So it was about an hour away from like Chandler area. So
when she closes that down, you start looking for like your own building that you're in now and everything like that?
actually I ended up working as a waitress for like a month or two.
In between?
Yeah.
While you're looking for a building and everything
Well,
like that?
I didn't really know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to continue the dog grooming or, try to something new.
What does that thought process look like? You know what I mean? Like as far as like, all right, mom's shutting down. You're like, all right, well, I need a job. So
Right.
you like go get a job.
Yeah.
So now you're like doing this job, doing something totally else that you
Right.
probably don't care about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like walk me through a little bit of your thought process from like the moment that you took the job waiting tables, like about what the future holds. You know what I
Right.
mean? Is that too complicated?
No,
of a
it
question?
was hard because like I knew that I knew how to do something very well, and then going to waiting tables, I was like learning something completely new, and it doesn't seem like it's that hard. But once you already know how to do something, you're like, what am I doing here? So I eventually talked to one of my friends that had worked with my mom into letting me groom at her shop for a couple years until I could get my own.
So
Where was
how
she
long
at?
did you groom there?
2 years, and it was in Santa Claus, Indiana.
Okay, nice, dude. Way to step on my toes, Tom. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like we're dancing.
I'm going to dance with you later in the basement.
Okay. So you worked with your friend for like another 2 years?
Yeah.
So you've been dog grooming at like 4 years by the point that you're ready to open Yankee Tail.
Yeah.
God bless you, Brian.
Thank you.
So like what leads you into like how do you find your building?
My mom moved in out back, like behind the place, and the place went up for foreclosure, and it was actually somebody's house, but it had been like a church and a bait shop before, so
So what was like remodeling like for you? Did you have to go in and be like, I want this here, this there?
We just tore everything out, and it had some mold and stuff, and we had to get that all cleaned up professionally. And yeah, so then
how long was like remodel? Like how long did that take?
I'm not exactly sure how long that took. My stepdad actually helped me a lot with that.
Was it done in a year?
Yeah, I'd say it was done in a year.
So less than a year.
At least a
God
year.
dang, that's pretty. Honestly, like, think about it.
And that's with him working a full-time job, too. I mean, it didn't take much to, after the cleanup and...
Yeah, right. But you buy a residential home.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was.
Yeah.
And then you strip that puppy out. And you're like, let's build a business. Like,
yeah.
I mean, granted, a business needs a lot less in a residential structure than a house would, per se. But, like, feel like that's pretty impressive. That's like less than a year to be up and running. Like, that's really fast.
And then like, so when you're like setting it up, like how many dog washing stations do you have? Because you have like 3 other people there now.
Right. So whenever we set it up, it was just for me, so there's only one there. We do have 3 tables now, and we have plenty of room for all 3 of us. But yeah, it was really just set up for me.
And so for how long was it just you?
Ooh,
a good like 2 years.
And then that, like, with that 2 years and just being you, was there like a limit of dogs that you can groom?
Oh yeah,
as like one person.
Yeah, you can't. You do everything from start to finish, so it takes a lot longer than whenever now that I have my husband and my mom there.
Yeah, you're like booked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's wild, dude. I could imagine getting like 30 Rottweilers. You know what I mean? Just like, hey, we're ready on Tuesday.
I think the Rottweilers might be a little easier than like some of
No,
these
but
others.
like getting 30 of them at one time, and you're like, listen.
Who has 30 at one time?
Well, I don't know. Hey, shout out to Michael Vick. He was dogfighting for a little bit. And I think he was big on Rottweilers. No, but actually, can you? No,
it's a terrible reference.
That's a good reference.
It's a terrible
dog
for
fighting
a
and
dog
grooming.
grooming.
Yeah, no, not good for your business. Yeah, 100%. Michael Vick was not a great person. But what I'm getting at is like somebody shows up with 30 Rottweilers and they're like, I need all them done now. And you're by yourself. You're like, this is going to take me a month at best. One a day.
I'd say an hour per dog for a bath.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
so 30
a good question.
hours.
That's a good question. So like your average turnover rate, someone brings a dog in. They're like, hey, I have this dog that was homeless, lives under a bridge.
3 hours.
And it actually has
at least.
It actually has another dog living inside of it, but I can't find it. You know what I mean? Like some just train wreck of a dog, and you're like, make it good, make dog good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how long does like your worst case scenario take you, turnover rate wise?
Like I say, everything depends, but I would say 3 to 4 hours.
What's
you know
the
what I mean?
worst one you've seen?
Just lots of
She's like
mats.
9 days. It took 9 days to
No, I
clean.
still got it done in a couple hours.
So a couple hours is like worst case scenario
Yeah.
for sure. Okay.
So you can groom basically like 4 to 5 dogs a day per person.
Yeah, that's not bad because you're trying to stay to like an 8 to 10 hour day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad, dude. That's like 4 to 5 dogs a day. So if somebody showed up with 30 Rottweilers, you can knock those out in 10 days or so, 20 days maybe.
Yeah.
I
With
don't
3
know.
people, 10 hours.
But to your point, though, I don't know who owns 30 Rottweilers.
Well, I was gonna say too is like, so for people that don't know Yankee Tales, and you might see, so like every Friday, like we have up here on screen, you post photos of all the dogs you groomed throughout that week.
Every single dog that
Ah,
comes
they're
in.
so precious.
Dude, there's so many.
Look at
too.
this little fella. Now go back. Go back.
Is this Mike and Dana's Harry Wiener?
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Look at this little Dashi boy, dude.
Henry.
Look at the little Dashi boy getting after it. I don't know what that thing is.
They all have a special place in my heart. They really do. You spend hours with these dogs,
That looks like Piper over there. The one that,
Isn't that Piper's brother?
that kind of
No, but it looks like Piper. She
Right.
reminds me so much.
low key
Piper.
kind of looks like Piper. And for everyone who doesn't know, Piper is Tom's dog.
Yeah, actually, Piper's mom and brother both get groomed at Yankee Tales.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been with them for years, like a while, right? A
What?
couple years.
Going to Yankee Tales?
Yeah.
Since we've got the dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like, what gave you this idea to post them every Friday? Like, it's a good marketing. It's good for business. It's like everybody loves to see dogs.
Yeah.
Of course.
What gives you that idea?
I don't exactly remember why
Okay.
I started it, is the thing. But I do remember that, like, people would post just random dogs that they had throughout the week. And I was like, it's not really fair just to post a few. You know,
Right.
you got to post everybody that came in or don't post any. So I take the time to make sure that everybody gets posted.
Do you post even like the ugly dogs? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like
they're all cute in their own ways.
They're all cute until they have down. No, I'm joking. No, but yeah, there are some dogs out there.
Occasionally, there are a few comfort grooms that.
Well, the only reason I asked that is because, like, I'm a lover of all animals.
Right.
I have 3 dogs. I love them so much. This little guy that's in the studio with us today, what's his name again?
Mocha, she's actually right here on screen.
Mocha. Precious.
Yeah, there she is.
Precious. Most beautiful woman I've ever seen with a mustache in my entire life. But no, I'm a lover of all animals, but somebody sent me a Snapchat the other day. My wife's twin sister sends me a Snapchat of this cat. And I was like, okay, what is that? Now, I wish we could have it on screen. I might shoot you a text with this so we can have frame of reference. This thing was atrocious.
Yeah.
It looked like it got hit by a bus, and then someone scraped it off the pavement and then shaved all the hair off of it. It was one of those. Can you just look up a picture of a hairless cat?
I mean,
You know, cats have 9 lives, right?
Just look up ugly hair, hairless cat, ugly, hairless, ugly cat. Now go to images. Now this is gonna be pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty close to what she sent me.
I don't know. I like these cats.
I'm not a big fan, but she sent it to me, and I was like, if I saw that thing in the wild, I would probably just to like get it away from me.
That's so mean. Megan has like 7 cats.
I know. I'm a big animal guy. These things are atrocious. I stand my ground on that. Somebody grow some. Do you know anything about hairless cats? Why are they hairless?
No,
Do you know anything about hairless cats?
I cut hair. I don't know why hair
you don't
doesn't
grow it. You're not giving them. You're not giving them Rogaine.
No.
Well, I was gonna say,
I just don't understand. I don't understand.
Megan loves animals so much.
I
And
do
like
too.
another cool thing about Yankee Tales is you actually like help like clean up the shelter animals.
Yeah, as long as like whenever they message me or whatever, I always try to do my best to get them in.
Now the shelter. What shelter?
Normally it takes a village.
It takes a village. Do
Yeah.
you work ever with Manbury County?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, good for you.
She actually fostered a dog from It Takes a Village.
Yeah.
I have a bitter taste in the back of my mouth with Vanderbilt County, but we'll leave that on the table. I don't want to talk.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
but it's cool that like so
they all try to help though.
I know,
at the end
but
of the
Vanderbilt
day.
County, anything ran by city or government is like expedition, like expedite this process, and if you can't make it happen, make a means to an ends, and it's just like, ugh. Vanderbilt County Humane Society is just a real bummer here nor there.
So how long did you have Yankee Tales before you needed help, like from your mom?
Oh,
Coming in and like a second groomer.
Ooh, I did not know that. Mom. So mom gets involved again later?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about that. So how long do you have Yankee Tales? Good question, Tom. I didn't know that.
It was probably a good like year and a half, 2 years, because I think I've been up for almost 3 years now. So
nice, dude.
Yeah.
Strong running record.
but I was doing fine. Like I was booked out, and it was just me, which was nice, but it was overwhelming.
Yeah, like a one-person ran show is always hard.
Yeah,
Stressful.
And you want the help to just take a little bit off of you, and be able to get in as many as you can. Everybody needs groomed.
And then, fun fact or fun mention rather. Like you own the business, you're running the business, you're doing the business, you're doing the work. It's like, well, and then these dogs are booking, pop, 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 pop. They're piling up. Like, how much are you missing as a business owner by like just seeing this stockpile of dogs every week? You know what I mean? You've got like 19 chihuahuas to burn through on a Wednesday. What do you miss? You're laughing, but I'm serious. But like,
We're just talking about how like you can only do 60 dogs in a week.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many do you have to turn down?
No, my question
Right.
is like, what on the back end as a business owner are you missing when you're busy? Like, turn the lights on and a dog's through the door, and you're taking the dog, and then you take the next dog, and you take the next dog, and you take the next. There's no command and control. You're just like, I don't know. Like, Did you ever realize you were like, oh, man, I'm behind on my taxes or something? You know, like something that a business owner on the back end who's not grooming dogs should be worrying about. Did you ever realize you were missing something like that?
I'm a little confused by what you're asking.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Brian's a confusing person.
Yeah.
He was basically saying, like, did you ever get overwhelmed and did you ever notice that like you were falling behind in other aspects of the business, and how did that affect your normal life?
Yeah, I could see that. Like, it really does, because you're, like you say, you're grooming every day, all day, 8 hours a day.
Yeah, what are you missing of the business portion?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the question.
Right.
I think the biggest part is like missing your weekends, right? Because like your Saturday, then that's your bookkeeping day. Your Saturday and Sunday.
That's when people's texting me and I'm booking, or I'm working on tax stuff, or I'm buying bandanas for the shop, or like you go in early to clean and stay late.
And
to
like
clean.
one of the cool little tidbits on this, after mom comes in, you bring your husband in who actually used to work in like logistics and stuff like that. So that helps on like that aspect of like what Brian was talking about, like that help with the business side of things on the back end. And he's actually in the studio, but off camera. But like, what's it like to have like basically a hair grooming apprentice, essentially, like having to teach somebody?
Yeah, I've never had to train anybody before, so it's definitely different. Because I just like know what I'm doing now. I don't know how to explain it sometimes.
So is it like a learning curve, learning how to teach?
Yeah, definitely is. We're still working on it.
Do you think you're a bad teacher, maybe?
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to reference to Mike. Mike, do you think she's a bad... No, I'm joking.
He's not going to answer.
Yeah.
He's quiet.
Strong move. Strong move, brother. Strong move. Don't ever answer.
I trained him before, we started working together. I trained him at the house.
No, dude. That's so interesting. So now you have yourself, Michael, and then who else is helping out?
My mom.
3. Okay, so there's 3 of you guys knocking these dogs out, dude.
Yeah.
So now that you have 3 people in the shop, what do you think like your maximum limit on like dogs you can groom in a week would be? Like, what's your busiest of a week?
Monday through Friday, or do you do Saturday too?
No, just Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Okay, so what's the max dog count? What are we talking?
It all depends on if they're all grooms or if there's some of them are baths. We've been trying to shoot for 9 to 10 a day. 5 days
Per
a week.
person?
No,
Total. Gotcha.
Damn.
But just all depends, and plus Michael's still training, and so once he starts fully grooming, we could at least
That's 50 dogs
But
a day.
I feel like the nice part
Or
about that
50 dogs a
is like with one bath and like the apprentice doing the bath and like pre-groom stuff, like it probably helps that efficiency process, almost like an assembly line.
Because instead of me spending 3 hours on the dog, I only spend an hour on the dog. And he does most, the pre-work and all that. And then I finish it up.
I'm trying to convince him to like upsell with like painting dogs' nails.
Ooh, nice, dude. Hey, I know I thought it would be the guest this time. Can I take a pee break? Can we take a pee break real quick?
Yeah.
I'm like we're 30 minutes in on this. Can we just take a pee break?
That's fine.
I'm so sorry.
No, sounds good.
And we're back. God bless you. Dude, so welcome back. We had to take a quick little potty break. Yeah,
Brian's bladder this time. That's very rare.
That's a rare occurrence, but I have been drinking literally all morning. Okay, so what I want to get into is the nitty gritty. And by the nitty gritty, I mean I want to ask about bad dogs. I've been on this, and I've been thinking about it. Because I have a bad dog. Do you have a bad dog? Do you have a bad dog, Tom?
No.
Do you know somebody that has a bad dog?
Yeah, I know Snoop. He's geriatric.
Listen, all right. So bad dogs, like just inherently bad dogs. Maybe they're old. Maybe they were just raised poorly or whatever. Do you have a game plan when you get a bad dog where you're just like,
or just say a dog that's not good with people?
Yeah, or whatever, or other dogs, or whatever. Do you have like a defense mechanism of how you like handle these more like, let's say, squirrely dogs? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really just trial and error.
Really?
You just got to see what the dog will tolerate.
Wow.
And you got to build the trust with the dog to be able to groom it sometimes,
You are brave. My dog's biting you, 10 out of 10. That is.
I'm not gonna let him get to me though.
That is not the answer I thought I was going to get. So the answer I thought I was okay, all right. So I've seen like when dogs, like bad dogs or most dogs maybe, when they get their nails trimmed, they get like put in like a full body harness like at the vet's office. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where they like lift them off the ground and they literally can't do anything but just like kick their paws.
Yeah, I have some of those little dogs, like hammocks is what I call them.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of like hang their little
They can't
hammock.
do anything. Yeah.
Right. Some find it comforting. Some don't like
Really?
to be lifted off the ground.
So how do you handle? Okay, all right. Let me get to here, and then I'll let you do your question. Okay, so you get a bad dog,
Yeah.
like initially.
And you don't typically know it until you discover it.
Yeah, until you like get the leash, and they're like, "All right, have fun," and then he bites you. So when he bites you, what is your next move? You know what I mean? Like,
Typically, a dog will
like an
warn
aggressive
you first.
or like a whatever.
Yeah, like typically they'll warn you first. You know what I mean? They'll start
Yeah.
to get a little like,
Yeah.
and then you have to move on to like maybe use a cone or, kind of hold them in a certain way or just try different things until you can come back to that and they've calmed down. If you can't do that, then I don't.
Will you put your mic in just a little bit more?
Yeah.
What's like the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is the cone.
Now, the worst case would probably be a muzzle, but if you put a muzzle on a dog, sometimes that'll make them even more mad.
Really? But
Yeah.
they can't bite you then. So then you're getting your job done.
Yeah, but they're worked up.
Yeah.
So what's worse?
Yeah, and then mom and dad got to deal with that
Well,
later.
that also like worked up. Makes me think of this time. So like you wrapped Bonnie's head one time. Like so, my dog, a doodle, Bonnie, and she, but like you like put her. Did you put her
Show a
ears
picture
up?
of her.
Yeah, but
It's the cover photo on the Yankee Tales page.
This
It's the next one. You have to go through them.
This is a train wreck of a
oh, the
conversation.
cover photo. My bad.
Tom was like, "Dog, Bonnie, mine,
you go.
poodle."
Yeah. So one time you like I got a picture of Bonnie with her head wrapped up. Like you had her ears and everything wrapped up.
It was a happy hoodie, and that can help them not be so nervous with the blow dryer or
Do you have a
different
picture
noises.
of the happy hoodie? Can we see that in action?
I could probably plug one in, but I don't. I can plug one in from our phone or whatever.
If you're listening on YouTube, watching on YouTube, hopefully we have one plugged in. Tighten up.
And it'll be on Spotify too.
Oh yeah, Spotify
If
now
you
too.
watch the video on Spotify.
Video on Spotify now.
But so like that's a happy hoodie, so it helps with just like the loudness of the blow dryer.
Yeah.
I saw something like that on Kill Tony where a guy brought his PTSD dog with a guest. The guest brought his dog and the dog had like earmuffs on.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat.
Oh, it was Tom Green.
Yeah.
It was Tom Green. Yeah, Tom Green brought his dog in with earmuffs on, and they made the joke. She's listening to a totally different podcast right
Yeah,
now.
she's listening to Theo Vaughn or whatever. So, but I wanted to know, like, is that so are there there's like tiers to dog grooming, like price wise, like a bath and like a dry is going to be cheaper than like a full groom or something
Right.
along those lines.
Yeah.
Do you have like what are those different tiers? And then also is there like an ultimate tier? You know, like some people I feel like might do something like that, like an ultimate tier where they want something like crazy special.
So you have like your baths, you have your bath and cleanups, which
Yeah.
would just be, we wouldn't actually touch the actual body of the hair. You would touch just the foot pads, the potty area, clean out the ears, stuff like that, nails. And then you have the full grooming, but I don't really know of anything like other than like specialty cuts. Is that what you're
Or
kind of
like
talking
a
about?
flea and tick wash. Yeah, like
So
we had
what's
on
a-
the screen earlier, the dog that had like the fro hawk and the flare out for the
Oh,
legs.
dude, that
Yeah.
little poodle was looking hot, dude. The brown poodle with the faux hawk.
Yeah,
So,
Tatum.
So does that cost extra typically?
Not really. I haven't really charged too much extra for that. But it does definitely take more work, so that is
Right.
something that I'll be
Kind of
thinking
looks
about.
like Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I
if
didn't
he was a
know
dog.
also too. So like you were the one that told us about like some people you can use like cocoa butter on the dog pad and stuff like that. Like
coconut oil.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you did that and like wrap the dog's paws, like I'm thinking of like a doggy spa day package. You know what I mean? Like that would be something I bet new burgers would be into.
Yeah, That's something that I'll definitely think about too.
I think it's Newburgian, just for the record. And honestly, I think
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like stuff of that or like new tricks like this, you don't like go into grooming and necessarily know how to do this. So like, is there still like learning and like new tips of the trade that like you pick up on?
Oh yeah, you learn every day. You know,
like styling. You mean? Is that your question?
Yeah, or like, do you like to increase your experience in dog grooming? Like, what are some stuff that like you look up to like further your knowledge on it?
Do you have anything that you do like continuing, or do you like look at other dog groomers like either on like Instagram or whatever? But
there
like,
are a few that
you like kind of watch and you like learn from.
Yeah, there are a few that like groom, but like I haven't really like learned anything from them. It's more just learning from experience.
Like what hair does what,
and you can only learn on what you get. I mean, I can't just learn certain cuts, and I don't get those dogs. You know, so
that's true.
Right? How do you find these new tools though? Like, is there like a dog hair tool magazine that goes out?
Yeah, actually, there is.
Especially Dogs Daily.
Yeah, there's
like it's like Snap-on, but for dog groomers.
The two places I buy from, they actually have like magazines that they send out every month.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Are
they
you
do.
serious?
Yeah, full of dog products and dog brushes and bathtubs.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
There's the whole shebang.
One thing I didn't know is like different dogs. Different dogs require like different different brushes and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude. What are you, stupid?
I mean, I would think just like your basic brush would be like one trick all.
No, that's why they have Cuban barbers, and that's why they have like regular barbers. That's why they have, you know what I mean? Every hair is different, dude. It's a genetic.
But like,
thing,
what do you
dude.
think? Like, how many different tools do you think you use in a dog groom?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah, like, okay, start to finish. Like, wash and bath is over. Now you're grooming. Now we're on to the hair, the coat. Like, how many different tools on an average dog? I mean, what are you going through? 10 tools? Like,
at least, I'd say. I
clippers
mean,
and
you have
brushes.
your clippers, you have your scissors. Some dogs don't like their eyes shaved, so you have to use these smaller scissors sometimes. Poodles, you want more of your curved scissors for their tops of their heads, you know. You have several different blades that you use throughout the groom, and at least 2 to 3 brushes that you can use throughout the groom.
Wild.
Plus sprays, you know, like leave-in conditioner or...
Yeah, you're looking at like a 10, a dozen.
At least,
God, that's so wild.
I mean, I have a whole toolbox full.
That's wild. Do you have toolboxes, or do you have like drawers designated for like Labrador?
No.
Or dog that bites people. That's my dog. Or Chihuahuas. You know what I mean? You don't have like drawers for every...
No. I just keep my brushes in a drawer, my clippers in a drawer, my blades in a drawer.
What's the most complicated breed you've had to deal with, hair-wise? Not like biting and all the attitude and persona, but like mostly like as far as their just overall genetics, maybe the way their hair grows, or maybe the way that it just is. I don't know. Like, what's the most... Which I guess my question is like, what's your least favorite breed to deal with? That's like, Rottweiler. You know what I mean?
Say I have a least favorite breed because I've always had Chihuahuas, and that's a lot of people's least
that's
favorite.
everybody's favorite. Yeah.
So I mean, I like them, but you know, I like them all. Doodles are very hard because they are so different. Each one is so different.
Their hair is wild.
Some are cottony, some are straight, some are wiry.
Oh, explain that. You said cottony?
Like, it feels... I don't know how to explain it.
Dude, like it's like Bonnie,
like cottony.
It's like Bonnie's hair. I want to low-key get it like drawn into. I want to get it like drawn into yarn.
See, this one's more.
Which one? This guy?
This one's probably more of like a wiry, in a way, kind of.
This
texture.
guy looks like no, go back. This guy looks like he's waiting for the bus and it already left. You know what I mean?
That was kind of good.
I mean, come on, dude. That is spot on, dude. That is a 70-year-old dog waiting for the bus that already left. Come on, dude.
They forgot his toy and his Happy Meal.
Dude, that's actually Yoda's cousin. Next.
But they're cute. So this would be an example of like another type of hair, right?
Yeah, that's similar to Bonnie, I would say.
Dude, hold on. Can we just go back to the bus guy? Dude, I love this dog, dude. He looks so helpless.
But this is like what, a Berna?
She-
Do you think is she a Bernedoodle?
That's yeah.
Yeah, she's cute as fuck.
Dude, I'm getting my doodles down. I feel like I can tell what
Dude,
difference.
swear to
the
God, somebody told her the bus was showing up at 3 and it left at 2. It's like, son of a bitch. I was so close. All right. So anyway, so you don't have like a least favorite, like
I don't think you
breed.
can have a least
You
favorite.
don't think so? They're all great, dude.
Yeah.
All dogs are good. Have you been bit by a dog?
Not very bad. You
Not
know what I
like
mean?
Blood drawn,
I mean, yeah, I've had blood drawn, but I mean,
sutures.
no, you can't
No.
get you can't get stitches with a dog bite because there's so much bacteria in a dog's mouth. You can't actually
Wait,
get
hold on. Explain this. But
Yeah.
you can't get. Wait, yeah, you can.
No, they
I-
won't stitch you unless it's like absolutely
A tear.
terrible. But like they don't want to stitch you up because the bacteria could be stuck in your skin, and like once you've stitched it, the bacteria would be stuck in there and it wouldn't be able to release itself.
That might be the best question of the whole podcast. Nobody knew that until this day, because I know sure as shit I didn't know that.
Right.
Really, because I got bit by a dog, and you know what
Yeah.
they told me? They were like, "Yeah, you might have distemper, or what's the other one? What's the other one? Rabies." They were
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you might be rabid now," and I was like, "Can you give me a shot?" So, did you have to get a shot when you got bit?
No, I've never went to the hospital for being bit. My
Wow.
stepdad
All
actually
right.
got bit.
I'm actually a huge pussy, everybody. So cheers
Yeah.
to that. All right, on to the next question. Have you ever seen these? I gotta
That's
go ahead.
fine.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Have you ever seen these? Will you look one up real quick, Tom,
Yeah,
please?
just do.
Have you ever seen these GoPro footages
Oh, that's
of dogs
No.
where they strap a GoPro to the dog's tail?
Oh, that's neat.
And then they just cut them loose. Will you make this big screen? Now, everybody here loves dogs. Now, here's a Labrador just living his best life. Obviously not well groomed. No, I'm joking. He's okay.
He looks good.
Yeah, he looks pretty solid. But they basically cut these dogs loose. This is my energy right here. Look at this. And then it's just,
yeah. They just let the dog.
it's
off
a
the
minute
leash
and a
with a GoPro on it.
half. It's a minute and a half of just pure happiness. He's just running through everything. He doesn't care.
Make me dizzy though.
If you're watching on YouTube, you feel the same sensation we feel. I'll lose 2 hours and then watch. You're like, oh, ocean, yeah, and people, and he doesn't even care.
What's going through his head though?
Water,
Yes.
water, fish, ducks. He doesn't care, dude. How great is that? Do you ever watch?
You know what's even crazier is eventually they'll put like a helmet on this dog or some sort of headband, and then you just watch it in VR.
Yeah. You ever watch like dog GoPro stuff?
No,
You gotta start.
I mean
You
something
gotta start.
new.
It's a good way to start your day.
Right.
Cause like you're like, oh, I gotta wake up, and then the rent's due,
Right.
and then you just watch a dog with a GoPro, and
Yeah.
you're like, he doesn't care,
No, right,
dude. And
right.
You're like, what am I worried about? I don't know, dude. I think dogs with GoPros are highly underrated. Yeah, that's where I'm at on that. I wanted to ask about GoPro dogs. So
GoPro dogs.
yeah, GoPro dogs.
Nice. You also wanted to mention funny dog fails.
No, not fails. Well, yeah. Did I write that down? I might have. I don't know. But
This
this
said
is
dog funny clips, and this was one, but it just looks like a bunch of dog fail.
But okay, so speaking of that, there's a lot of money. Actually, go back to where you were at. This is a good question, Tom. This is a good question. Go back to where you just were. Despite all these dogs eating shit on the turf, these shows. Do you know anybody that's ever done dogs for one of these shows?
No, I don't.
You don't? I wonder what goes into it.
A lot.
Like, I know obviously that the athletic.
Or are you talking about like how much goes into like the dog's maintenance of
Yeah,
like
yes. That's my question. So my question is, obviously their athletic. You've seen those on TV though, right? Obviously their athletic prowess is like a good thing
Yeah.
to like make it through the course or whatever. But like, how pertinent is it that? Let me get those salts. How pertinent is it that they have good aesthetics? Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't actually.
Interesting. Do you know anything about dog
Well,
shows in
no,
general?
No, not even that. Just
Not
take
really.
it from there and back to like the main line is like
Oh.
has there been grooms that like you're just like fuck yeah, like it was probably like the best groom that you've done, and like how does that make you feel?
I don't really know any of the best grooms I've done, you know.
But I'm saying, like, have you done a groom and been like, fuck, that's nice?
I mean, there's always grooms that you do that you're like, oh, you know, they look really good or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does make.
But like,
me
you
feel
go
really
home
good.
that day feeling like, yo, I slayed like that dog's haircut.
I don't know if I've honestly done that.
You never like, oh, sorry, salts. Tighten up.
That's literally the name.
You don't ever just like look back on a job and you're like, damn, that dog looks good. You know what I mean?
It does make you feel good if people like text you afterwards and are like, thank you for taking care of my girl, or, you know, like, you did a really good job on, you know, making the cut the way that we wanted it or whatever. That always feels good.
But you don't ever look back and like prowess. You don't ever like let a Labrador
maybe it's
go.
not in my personality. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that actually brings up a good question. I want to rewind back. Sorry, my nose is still actually burning now. It has not stopped.
That's the fun part, is like you see all the other podcasts that like do salts and
And
they make a huge reaction, and we just hit it and keep going.
And you
on
just
with it
have
like
to
it's normal.
keep having a conversation while your nose hairs are on fire. The damn, it sucks so bad.
Okay, well,
no, my question is, go rewind back to your past. We were talking about looking at a haircut, and you're like, yeah, you know, I did that, but you don't do that. So going back into your past, like in your competitive years, did you not? So like in gymnastics or in soccer, did you not ever have that where you were like, yeah, good play, Becky? You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, kick her in the throat. You know what I mean? Like, did you not ever have that bone in your body where you were like driving to like complete something, and you were like, when it got done, and you were like, you know
I mean,
what
like when you scored a goal or something, you were excited, but
yeah,
I don't think.
you
probably
never
wasn't.
just like drop kicked a girl for no reason. Okay, all right.
Not in soccer.
Yeah, that's kind of my energy. My energy is just drop kick somebody
Well, I was
for no
gonna say,
reason.
Like
Not in a
opposite of like dog grooming side, but like lessons you've had to learn as like a business owner. Like, what's been that process like?
Ooh, good question, Tom. Good question. Sorry.
You don't have. I mean, you have to like be more aware of your appearance whenever you're out in public, and you know, just
Like, keep good face.
yeah.
That's an interesting one. Well, I was gonna say, like, you seem to have like a slight entrepreneur like itch in you. I mean, like outside of your business, I feel like you still like you rent property. You know, like
Yeah.
that's an entrepreneurial aspect. Like, was there something that like instilled that like gene in you, or like drive for it?
I think it was just born into me by my mother. My mother has always been into different businesses or, you know, different things like that. So that was,
Shout out to moms.
yeah, shout out to mom.
So did she have that like entrepreneurial drive?
Like, while you were growing up, you saw her do different businesses and stuff.
Well,
like
I know we started where like she was doing the dog grooming like on her own.
Yeah.
That's kind of where the timeline picked up. But like, not to get too nosy and take the timeline away from you, but like, I mean, did she always just have like a thing that she was doing like for money? Like,
Not always a business side. She did a lot of, she worked as a CNA and worked at Toyota and worked several different jobs and just tried to make a living for us kids. And so then she ended up doing like a consignment shop. And then consignment shops, people could just come in to spend money whenever they have money. But
Yeah.
whenever you have a service that somebody needs every 6 weeks or so, then
it's repetitive.
that's when you're going to make your money because people need to get that haircut.
Yeah, if they like your service and then they need it again 6 weeks later.
Yeah, they
Well,
don't
like-
have to go shopping 6 weeks later.
Yeah, they
They
already
have to
know
get
who
a
they
haircut,
like.
though.
Yeah, yeah.
And like with the upside too is like, even though it's something you have to do, like the experience is so nice. Like at Yankee Tails, that like, why not take your dogs there like more often or on a regular basis? Like, you care passionately about it, so it's not like it's a job, but it's not a job.
Right, I'm taking care of my friends, you know?
What is, excuse me, sorry, salts. Damn. Dude, those are are those the first time we've done them on the show?
I don't know.
No?
No, we did them last
All right.
Sunday.
Those are the most aggressive salts I've ever smelt in my entire life. So that being said, I want to lean into this.
Yeah, they are the world's strongest.
I want to lean into this next question. What sorry, tightening up. What is the number one selling point? There's like mobile dog grooming, there's grooming in Henderson, there's grooming in Newburgh, there's grooming in Chandler, there's grooming in Evansville. Like, what is the number one, I guess? What is your number one favorite thing about what you guys are doing there that kind of, separates you from everybody else? Everybody else.
It's hard to say because I'm not in everybody else's shop. I haven't been in everybody else's shop.
That's fair.
But I do know that we love our dogs like our dogs. You know what I mean? Like, they're our friends. They come. The more often they come, the more comfortable I am with them, the more I know them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
But I feel like that's something you don't get with like a mobile dog. Yeah, they're showing up or whatever, but it's not
and
like.
they might. Yeah. You don't really know.
Such a good answer.
Well, it's cool too because like you pull up the pictures of the dogs throughout the episode and you see like Megan's face light up with everyone. Like she knows all those dogs.
I know all their flaws. We all got flaws.
Yeah,
I know what they love. I know where they like to be scratched.
It's so fun. Like, I don't know. It's hard to compete against somebody that has like a connection with a dog. Like, bring him in for the first time. Yeah, we're gonna like, maybe for sure he'll bite me. We'll figure it out. Yeah. But like, don't worry about it. I'll see you in an hour.
If we can't get something done, it's comfort over.
Yeah. But like, and then you still come out with a smile on your face and a happy, good looking dog. And it's just,
the most part.
I love that. And honestly, like, kudos to you. That was a stellar answer from what separates you from other dogs. There are a lot. I feel like there are a lot. Are there not a lot? Maybe. I feel like
it's
there
probably
are
just
a
the
lot.
same as like haircut places. I mean,
I think it's pretty
There's
similar.
a lot of beauticians, you know that?
Yeah, I feel like it's very similar. But like, really, when it comes to dogs, they're just they're like such simple creatures. Like, you really just have to like, hey, here I am, here you are, build a bond, and make it happen.
Because what if you were set on somebody's table for the first time and you've never been to this place before, and they're just like coming at you with everything?
It's a good way to think about it.
Right? You'd be like,
you gotta be like, hey, listen, man. I'm just here.
Right. I'm just trying to do my job.
Here's my spray bottle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're like, are we cool?
Yeah, we
spray him one time, and you're like, we cool?
We cool? You good?
And then you get bit, and you're like, all right, get the muzzle. All right, Sonia.
That's the last step.
That's the last. And you did say there are steps. No, I am only joking, but I will muzzle a dog in a heartbeat. I swear to God. I've been bit by so many dogs. It's atrocious. No, I'm joking.
They're only biting out of fear.
I know. And I'm a fear.
You come with the wrong energy.
I'm a fear.
Yeah, you gotta work on your energy, Brian.
I am anxious and violent. That's all I bring to the table is anxiety and violence. That's all I have.
That's why you don't groom dogs.
You're right.
Facts. Dude, so
what are some like tips you would give out there to somebody that like wanted to get into dog grooming?
I mean, you're just going to have to really want it, Like,
get bit a couple times, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean.
She's no hesitation. She's like, yeah. Yes.
It's part of the job. Just hopefully they don't bite you somewhere that you need.
Yeah. Dude, I got.
What about tips for people out there that want to start their own business?
Ooh.
A lot.
It's a lot.
Be ready
You know
for
what you're
it.
getting into.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah. It's a little too much or no? You think it's manageable, or
I think it's manageable.
do you need a team behind you? Like, let's say my name's David. And
why does that matter?
I'm a big names guy. So, like, my name's David, and I want to start a marble company. I don't know, like the marbles that you roll. You know what I mean? And I want to start a marble company. I mean, like, like, what is a lot, I guess? Like, what... Can I handle it on my own? Do I need to have somebody behind me? Do I need to have somebody handling stuff for me, with me?
You just got to go for it.
You know what I mean? Is it too much for one person to handle, I guess, is my question.
I'm not in the marble business, so I don't really know about that.
That checks out, man. Marbles are tough, dude. I wonder what
I wonder if it would be easier, but I don't know.
than dog grooming. I wonder what the marble business is looking like nowadays, dude.
Probably cheap.
Might need to check into that.
Dude, if dog grooming gives out, I'm going to marbles.
So has there ever been a moment?
We'll bring them back.
Yeah, let's go.
I feel like they're outsourcing that to China.
They for sure are, dude.
So
also, hold on, before I know where you're going with this, real quick fun fact. How are they getting the weird little twisty things inside of marbles?
it's probably just glass blowing. Basic.
Are you guys? Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about?
do.
The weird little color.
How do they do it?
Can you pull up a color picture of it? The color thing inside the. Just look up a marble with color inside of it. So my question. Oh Jesus, Tom, you're killing it. Yeah, that thing. How are they getting those in there? What is?
It's just probably basic glass blowing, like some regular colored glass
what
on the
is
outside.
The thing, Tom. That's not my. That's
It's
not
just
my
like glass pigment. It's like filigree, like it's just colored
so
glass.
The color is
Yeah.
glass too.
I guarantee you, it's like you roll out a stick of it or whatever, and you probably cut it off and do a thing that rounds it, and then it goes in water and cools it.
Tom, you're not really pumping me up at all. All right, do what you were going to do. All right, God bless you. Thank you so much.
Has there ever been a moment on like this
Jesus.
grooming journey where like you were just like, I don't think I want to keep doing this, and like you don't have to talk about that moment, but like what pulled you through that moment? Like what keeps you grooming dogs?
The benefits of working for yourself and knowing like I wouldn't want those dogs to go anywhere else. Like I want to take care of those dogs. Whenever I waitressed, I was kind of in the questioning area. Like I was like, should I keep doing, like, should I move on? Should I go back? But I definitely went back because it's something I know how to do. It's something that I'm good at.
How much does your love for animals pour into this, into exactly what you were just saying? You know what I mean?
Quite a bit, you know, like we have several of our own animals based off the fact that I make money from animals. So we try to save as many as we can. You know, it's just, I've always been an animal lover. I don't know anything different.
I have one fun question, and then I'm good on questions after this. We'll put a bow on it, and we'll do shout outs and dates and promos and whatever you want to do after this. I lost it. God damn. I just.
No.
Oh, God.
Where'd it go?
I know. It disappeared. No, but that is it is a very honorable thing that you're doing. Not all animals are created the same. They're not all raised.
Neither are people.
Exactly. But in America, you're welcome. You know what I mean? Be here.
Yep.
But you love them all equally, and that's phenomenal, man. And I'm just I'm very proud of people like you that you know what I mean? So just thank you so much for what you do. So seriously, it's a really good thing.
I was going to say the last couple of minutes are all you. So we like to do like promo. Where can people find you? Like if they want to book an appointment and everything like that.
You can always call us at 812-431-0854, or you can message our Facebook business page. We'd love to see new people in there. We just love what we do, and we love being able to make a living by it.
New friends.
Yeah.
And then who's got you to where you're at and who's keeping you going, like motivation-wise? Like last-minute shout-outs, basically.
My mom got me where I am, and me and my husband and my mom are all doing it together now, so it's just a family thing. We just work together, get it all done.
Yeah. Nice.
Shout out to moms. Shout out to Michael.
Yep.
Killing it, dude.
Killing it.
Seriously, I'm super proud of you, and I am bringing my dogs to you. I promise.
Someday.
No, very soon, because I've got 3 mangy dogs that need a haircut. So for me,
Your dogs don't get haircuts, though.
I got one that could probably use a buzz cut.
But you shouldn't.
No, for myself and for the listener and or viewers, where can we find you? Where
She just said that.
Where? Oh, I missed it. Sorry, I was probably. Where
probably...
are you? Reiterate. I was probably mad at myself for getting my own question again. But where are you located again? Double tap.
Yankee Tales in Newburgh, Indiana.
Newburgh, Indiana. Okay, perfect. But seriously, man, thank you so much. You're out here making friends with the little waggy tails.
Waggy tails at Yankee Tails.
Yeah, dude.
Tails are a wagon, and
It's a good
pets are a
time.
bragging.
I'm telling you, man, check these folks out on Facebook. Yankee Tails, a lot of happy customers, aka that lady that missed the bus earlier.
Miss Trixie
knows all the names from the reference you just said.
It was like, it was at 3 o'clock. I was here at 4. No, seriously, thank you so much. I know you were nervous about coming in, so really, really appreciate you. Your husband, this dog that you did not bring today, that is not your fault.
and my best friend and
Lex,
her man.
Yeah. Tom, I'm very appreciative of you. And I'm very appreciative of the listeners. So thank you guys. Like and subscribe. It's been another thrilling episode of The Days Grim. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm. And this has been Megan Duncan with Yankee Tales.
Thank you so much, Megan.
Thank you.